Everybody, how are we doing here today? It's Ben Brousseau with Real Estate Roundup. We've got a few members of our Scottsdale Garden Department District here today, and we are talking with Tom Carlyle about the mural project. Tom, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Ben?
Great. So tell us a little bit about your ideas and some of the stuff that you've done in the past. Before we show everybody the video from last year, just do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do for a living?
As an artist? Oh,
yeah.
I've been working in the Valley since 2001 as a decorative artist, and also do fine work on commission, and then I've had a few art shows as well in the Valley for now.
Excellent. You're from Alaska though, right?
Kind of. Born in San Diego, but when I was in like 5th grade, we moved to Alaska, and we were there till I graduated high school. And then I went to the U of A and got a degree there in dance with a minor in art, and I also went to the Art Institute in Chicago for a year.
Gotcha. Is there room here to do a little dance?
Yeah,
we do that later.
Yeah.
We can clear the table.
Yeah, right?
I
Exactly.
can just do a little like
He's quite a dancer.
Coyote
Ugly, yeah.
Tabletop.
Yeah. Well, Tom, we're so thrilled to have you here today. And I've been telling people about R3 Murals since last year. It's been a real wonderful project to work on together with you. And we're excited for the opportunity that lies ahead. You brought a couple of canvases. Do you want to show the camera?
I did. Is this? I don't.
Yep.
I don't know what's in the view. This we had like 3 sizes, and that was the original concept, was to do a large, reduce, reuse, recycle R3 mural project, and then like everybody would paint on it, and then we cut it down into small pieces that people could then we could sell to make money to pay for the project or for charity or whatever the mural was connected with. This is kind of a large size, and then I have. Where's the other ones? Over here.
Yeah.
Out of shot here. And then kind of a mid-size. And then the other idea was that there would be smaller ones for takeaways. And then the actual original mural was, I think, it was like 10 feet by 20 feet. So it was really large. So it created the possibility to create all these things and have lots of takeaways for people. Either these were kind of the average takeaway size. We're like $10, and we would do these larger ones for like, $30, and then these even larger for like, again, like $75 or more like that. And that way that like the project, because it was so large, and we painted on it, but then we could make money off it that way. There was a way to monetize the project. Sure. And
excellent. We love that. Well, let's do one thing here really quick. Well, we've got everybody on, and we know that they're coming on right now. We've got a few people in the room. Let's go ahead and hit the light switch and have a quick little recap video here for everybody to take a look at from last year. I guess that one's going to stay on, isn't it? The brightest one. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and start this video. There's no other way to turn that top one up. Okay.
you can put my body in.
I know, right? Okay. Jump back in here. Let's just talk a little bit about art and, something as basic as that. Even that, there's a lot of waste in it.
It's leftovers. And what they do is they take it and they recycle it, and they have a limited color range. What they allowed us to do was just to go through their bins and just grab stuff that hadn't been recycled yet. So we were able to get lots of bright colors and stuff to use for this mural.
But just to do a little plug for Green Sheen, there's 16 colors that can be made from any number of colors that you turn into them, which I think is pretty incredible.
Yeah, a limited color range. What they allowed us to do was just to go through their bins and just grab stuff that hadn't been recycled yet. So we were able to get lots of bright colors and stuff to use for this mural. But
just to do a little plug for Green Sheen, there's 16 colors that can be made from any number of colors that you turn into them, which I think is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And then Lamar, those billboards that you see on the side of the road, they're completely recyclable. They get torn down. Your idea was to take those and paint on them.
Yeah. It was just so we had like a base and could do this and could turn around and make takeaways. The only problem with the mural project per se is that then it's stuck on the side of the building.
Right.
And then the people who worked on it, there's nothing for them to have. And this way there's a takeaway and it's recycled. And,
after you take, when you're done with the mural, because that permit expires, that wall has to be repainted again.
Right.
So this is something that I really personally support, and I think everybody would like to see that.
It's not lost, and everybody who works on it can have a piece of it, which I think is great.
Yeah.
And like this, the idea was to create a basic concept and allow people to work in it. And what's cool about this project was that it had kind of the same amorphous shapes and stuff, and then as people painted into it, it just kept changing. So every day the shapes kept moving and altering and color-wise. So it was very like almost like very organic and very much like a living kind of organism, which is kind of amazing. It was a really cool project. And the other reason for choosing things that were symbolic or obvious symbols like houses and cars and people, because people get, when they're painting on things, if they feel like there's objects, then they feel they're restrained because they're concerned that they can't paint that. Like, oh, the person, I can't paint people. So by keeping it like amorphous shapes and stuff, anybody feels like they can paint into it without having, like they're not going to make a mistake.
Casa Grande Ruins National Park today. Very cool on our excursion through Arizona. To learn more about the history and all the unique things that Arizona has to offer. As far as settlement, civilization, and tying into our housing and all our stuff we're getting geared up for.
Rev, Real Estate 5, August 16th, 17th, and 18th. 2 venues, 5 panel discussions, breakout sessions, networking, vendor fair, and more. For more information about this event, including ticketing and sponsorship, visit auxpr.com/rev. #RevRoars.